appropriate. Okay, it should also be culture-free. Educational resource which violates cultural values of the learner will not only offend them, but it is likely to cause disunity with the local community. Some resources should not be one. You look at the environment or that particular resource. Maybe that resource that you are using is not fit to be used by the girls. So the boys will always feel as though their rights are infringed on when the girls have used it. Or maybe you have used things that the community do not find it should be used openly. I want to give, for example, a teacher who was trying to teach the production of certain sounds. So there are certain sounds produced only at particular seasons in time. There are those ones that are produced maybe during circumcision times. Wee, for example, okay? Or where you put a piece of very hard or like a stone on a string and you roll it. So some of the villagers came to the school and asked the teacher why he was doing that. The teacher tried explaining that he was teaching, but it did not really anchor well. So you should consider it should be culture free. Resources wear and tear with time, and learners with special needs easily vandalize them, and their interest in objects and activities is quite limited. This calls for easy replacement, variety, accessibility, and reduction of unnecessary costs. So a good educational resource should therefore be made from locally available materials. I want to say thank you as I give you that flower. Yes, you've been great students. And that brings us to the end of Unit 2. Allow me to move to Unit 3, not unless, Pascal, you have something to say? Pascal?
Actually, I have nothing. But
yes.
Maybe as you transit to the third one, maybe if there is somebody who has something to say, they can just raise their hand so that we allow them as you connect that one.
Yes, I can see there's Susan Muigai. She has texted that she's scared. I don't know what she's scared of. Yes, Susan, can you tell us what you are scared of? Lucy Mwangi, they have raised their hands.
Lucy Mwangi, you can unmute.
Hello, can you assist me the last slide?
The last what?
The last
slide?
Yeah.
Okay, that is Lucy Mwangi. We lost you, Lucy.
She was asking.
Yes, Mary Nduku. Or who is that speaking?
I'm saying Lucy was asking on the last slide.
And I've given it. It's there.
All right, Mary, you can unmute.
Edwin Ogada.
Yes, madam. I was requesting. Are you getting me?
Yes, carry on, Edwin.
Yes, I was requesting you share with us the slides when you are done, madam. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay. Thank you, Edwin. We'll pass it to her. Yes, Mary, you can unmute. Mary, please.
Yes, Pascal.
Yes.
I just wanted to thank Madam for the smooth running of the class. Then I would kindly request for a differentiation between objectives and aspects.
Objectives and aspects, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me give, yes, Francis. It seems Madam Mercy is out of class. It seems Madam Mercy is out of class. And I can't get her. Maybe maybe she works on her side. Let me give yes, Edna Bosibori. Unmute, Edna.
Kindly, I want her to show me slide 4, please.
Slide 4 of the last one, eh?
Yes, the second unit, slide 4.
Okay, yes, Samuel Midimo. Unmute. Yes, Samuel.
I want you to visit, become my guest and use films, opaque projectors, and all that. Okay, let us look at the graphic aids. This refers to drawings, illustrations, or pictures. Many a times, as teachers, tumezoea sana, tunatumia wall charts, all right? We like wall charts, diagrams, flashcards, maps, pictures. So I want us to warn us as from now that sometimes wall charts are not effective, especially if we have learners who are visually impaired. I happen to be in the visual impairment department, so maybe that's the reason why I'm giving many examples from the visual impaired. The wall charts, whenever you have wall charts, maybe as an English teacher, you want to have the sound R in charts. So I'll expect you to have a brailled one to meet the needs of the learners who are low, who are visually impaired. And I would also like you to have charts that are enlarged, I want us to look at wall charts examples. Lynette Obonyo, I can see your hand is up. Yes, Obonyo. Maybe you can give her a chance to say maybe something is pressing, Kabaska.
Yes. The sign interpreter is not there.
Oh.
The sign interpreter is missing, yes.
Okay, let me ask somebody to call. Yes?
Just continue, I'm reaching him, eh?
Okay, Pascal is helping us. Thank you, Pascal. Lynette, thank you for your concern. Okay. So a wall chart is a diagrammatic representation of a system, process, or historical events on a visual summary. I want us to look and underline the word visual summary. So what about our learners who have who do not have who have visual impairment? So meaning you compensate. So when you are showing the chart on that board or on that wall, I'll expect you to have an enlarged chart for low vision learners. I'll expect you to have a braille or embossed a tactile chart for the learners. That is one of the charts we would like to use. I hope you will love it. The eye anatomy, conjunctiva, the iris. I would like to say that when you are using it, enlarge it big enough so that all learners can be able to see. I want you to note also that your chart should not be overcrowded. Yeah, we will talk about that later on, but you should not really overcrowd it. And especially if you now have learners who are visually impaired. Yes, you will avoid writing inside, for example, the vitreous body. You will have to have a key for the visually impaired later on. You'll use different tactile materials, but then you will have a different key for them down maybe in the right side, okay? Otherwise, this is a chart where we have maybe all the learners can use their visual or their sight. Let's talk about how to make a graphic aid. To make a good graphic aid, you need to consider the following: why you are doing it. What is your objective? I hope I'm answering some of the questions that had come. The objective, why are you doing it? And then the composition of the illustration or arrangement of objects. The use of colors, and I want to say that when you are talking about the use of colors, you put into consideration our learners with low vision. The color contrast should be very distinct and should be clear enough so that all learners are brought on board. The following are some of the skills that can be considered when constructing letters. Maybe you want to construct a letter O. This is used mainly by learners, maybe in preschool, maybe learning, for example, how to write O, okay? So before constructing a letter, one should be able to draw geometrical shapes as well as straight lines or strokes. When we meet face-to-face, God's willing, I wish I would take you through this process of ensuring that you construct a letter first using all the geometrical shapes so that you go to spaces and between the letters in words are not equal, but are determined visually. So teachers, what you see in maybe in that book, do you think that the spaces there are equal? To a learner, it is not equal. It is determined by visual, the way the eyes are able to see it, all right? Yes, so for simple construction of capital letters, you should use the following guidelines. Use squares or squared papers. I know somebody saying, no, 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 no. You normally use the ruled ones. For you to do proper in construction of capital letters, I advise that you use the squared papers. The middle lines for the letters H, B, and 849, please stop interfering with my work. 0849, kindly respect me. Then I'm saying lower curves for letters S and B. And once the basic shape of the letter is drawn, then ink or more permanent colored felt pens can be used. So I'm saying that is a practical, and I hope we get time, God's willing, that we do it practically. It is important to note that writing as a skill requires good eye-hand coordination and cross and fine motor control. Just like other skills, writing needs to be developed and practiced. For those of us who can, our learners in class 7, and tell them that your handwriting is terrible, yes? Or go back and learn in nursery school, we tell them that, yes? I'm asking you to consider, is that learner able to do, is she or he having proper eye-hand coordination? The issue of cross and fine motor skills, control. So you need to develop, it needs to be developed and practiced. I saw one when I grew up in primary school. I had a teacher who used to teach handwriting. And unfortunately, I was not among those whom he picked. And up to date, I was planning when I meet him next time, I will tell him alifanya makosa. Kwa sababu, he chose a few of us and took them through handwriting skills. All teachers, irrespective of what subjects you teach, you should be able to help your learner have writing skills. Ensure the learner is able to coordinate eye-hand coordination. You should be is able to have proper eye-hand coordination. We have display boards. Yes, these are chalkboards, banner boards, backboards, and bulletin boards. Yes, the chalkboard is nowadays changing to whiteboards, and we have mark belts, or you call white bell, marker pens or what. So it is traditionally the most commonly used and available teaching and learning visual aid in schools. Yes, I want to give you food for thought as we proceed. In our school where we have totally blind children, do you need a chalkboard? Hello, Bascal? I'm asking people to think. They'll answer me at the end of this lesson.
Okay.
So it is actually used to record main points in a lesson. Excuse me, teachers, it is not meant for you to ensure that the lesson is ongoing. You have somebody going to class, good morning, everybody. Then you say today's date is 2nd November 2021. And let's bring out your books. Let's write the following. And the teacher writes on the board non-stop for the next 35 minutes. That is misuse of a visual aid, teacher. It is only meant for you to record main points and to display charts, maps, and posters so that you clarify points during the lesson. It is also used for emphasizing new words, phrases, or concepts. Allow me to say that when you are emphasizing the new words, you must ensure you voice out what you have written. For example, on the chalkboard, I have written the word monster, for example. So I want you to be able to be an inclusive teacher. When you write the new word monster, you voice out M-O-N-S-T-E-R so that you are inclusive. There are those learners who are not able to see what you've written on that board. Don't ask the neighbor to show them. It is your duty as a teacher to deliver. When there is shortage of textbooks, it can be used for writing detailed notes for the learners to copy. That is at the tail end of the lesson. But if you ask me, I wouldn't go that direction. It is important for teachers to use the chalkboard wisely and not to misuse it. A mock-up refers to specialized models or working replica of the object being depicted. So in a mock-up, a certain element of the original reality is emphasized. It might not be similar in experience or in appearance. For example, the one that is used mainly by teachers, maybe a toy aeroplane, maybe ships, especially teachers of maths. When you're doing trigonometry, you talk about the docking of the ship so that you remove the abstractness. Yes, maybe you need a ship or a train, maybe an image of a train. 8:55, stop playing with my work. 8:55, I ask you kindly to please stop playing with my screen. Okay, let us talk about the next one, which is specimens.
Madam Mercy.
Yes.
I think there is a slide that you jumped to slide 13.
Models.
Yeah, but you can just finish with this other one, then you get there.
Thank you. Thank you for that reminder. Somebody interfered with my work. So I'm talking about models. A model is an original recognizable imitation of an object. like the one you normally use for geography, the world, the one that you want to show the way the world is rotating around the sun. People normally have those models. Models are often made to look just like the real thing, and they are used to demonstrate a process or a concept. Models are used with the use of digital devices. It can really work, especially in modern times. So the greatest value is that they can simplify the real thing they represent. I hope here we have teachers of science. I want you to work on maybe using models to really demystify the issue of osmosis and diffusion. Let's talk about mockups. As I said, it refers to specialized models or a working replica. I saw a boy in the internet recently who is able to make a crater and is able to scoop the soil using those pieces of wood. I say thumbs up to that particular boy. And that is a mock-up. Yes. So many times they are used in colleges and technical institutions for training purposes. Okay, maybe you can think about the skull in a medical school. Specimens. Specimens include real insects, animals, plants, seeds, and other collection from the environment that you may use during teaching and learning situation. And nowadays with CBC, there's even time for us to go out and collect specimens. I have brought a specimen here. I hope you can all see my specimen. Wow, that is my specimen. And it is a clear specimen of a spider. Of a spider. If I want to show the learners, the head, the thorax, yes, the legs, how many legs they have, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this particular spider has 8 legs as compared to when it was done in an abstract way. Hardware devices or high technology resources. These include computers, motion pictures, slide and film projectors, televisions. I forgot to add, please add for me there, mobile phones. Mobile phones are also important. Software devices. I want us to differentiate between the hardware and the software. The hardware is the gadget itself, while the software is what is contained in those gadgets. So they include computer programs, educational games and cartoons, flashcards, and puppets. Musheru, I see your hand up, and I have 9 minutes. Okay, a minute. I want to say thank you. Even though I've rushed through that, I say thank you, and allow me to share quickly section 4 so that Musheru, as Musheru is, as I'm changing the slides, Musheru, maybe, Pascal, what does Musheru want to say?
Okay, Musheru, where is the hand?
Yes. Okay, Rosiaida Muteli.
Rosiaida, you can unmute.
Yes.
Mine is a
Rosiaida?
question.
Yes.
Mine is a question concerning the colors. Or
Yes.
choice of colors when we are making our classes. Is it true when we use bright colors, they affect those learners who are special and they it makes them more hyper?
Thank you, Rosaida. You can lower your hand. It is not true actually, because not unless you have to, you need to, the learners that you have in your class, you need to know them, their preferences, what kind of disability they have, what do they prefer. I normally tell teachers that you cannot say you know your class if you don't, you cannot say you know your class if you don't know them properly. Knowing their names is not enough. Knowing that you have a Akinyi in class is not enough. I want you to tell me Akinyi is good at, is a girl in my class, and you know, she hears properly with the left ear and does not hear properly in the right eye. Or Otieno prefers to sit in front because he likes the light, he wants more light. I want you to know your learners in such a way that you are able to describe them in their abilities and what they are not able to do. So, madam, I'll answer by saying that you need to know the learners, and so that you use proper colors. Okay. I want to proceed, maybe. I don't know, Pascal, what do we do with time?
I can see it is 2 minutes to 8.
Yes, is it 2 minutes or 6?
It is 2 minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So maybe I'll give everyone an assignment as we part. I don't know whether it will go off at exactly 8. So we are going to talk about human resource and their role in the learning process.
It will not go off.
Yes.
Because it is a free to air.
So maybe we can proceed for the next 10 minutes. I don't know what the participants feel. I'm sorry, because I think we lost some time with when my net went.
There are those who are using a subscription of 2 hours.
Okay.
They are likely to be locked outside now past 8.
It's okay. It's okay. So maybe I'll ask everyone to read ahead the human resource and their role in the learning process. We meet again tomorrow, but before we end this class, I would like to hear if there is any manager on board. Any of my colleagues who would like to say something? Yes, I have Jacqueline Atieno, Joshua Kimathi.
Okay.
Yes, unmute them, please, Jacqueline.
Yes, Jacqueline, you can unmute, please. Jacqueline, unmute.
Hello. I just want to say thank you for the good explanation, Madam. You have done it so well, actually. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Jacqueline. Joshua Kimathi.
Yes, Joshua, you can unmute, sir.
Yeah, thank you. One of your colleagues, Madam Jane Zuve, is in, so you probably share something to say.
Okay. Jane Zuve.
I'm trying to look for her so that I can as well unmute her.
Yes. Meanwhile, Bernard Akifuma. Yes, Bernard.
Akifuma, please unmute.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity. Madam, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, sorry for what happened yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding. Now, my concern is all about the learners or my fellow trainees that are in Thika campus and maybe other campuses. Like in our class 1A, we usually have an attendance list. You saw it is necessary to have one. So those learners that are in those or the trainees that are in those streams, let them generate one for themselves, so they should not be worried about that one.
Okay. Murithi Joseph is asking, we have not answered on whether the chalkboard is important. Yes, is the chalkboard very important in the school for the visual impaired? Yes, Martin Mutungwa,
Martin, unmute.
Thank you, Madam, for the lesson. I was to ask about the class list, and one of us has elaborated very well what should happen.
Okay, thank you. Boniface? Boniface?
Boniface, unmute. Boniface, unmute.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam. Up to where you have reached, I think we have understood something. So it's not a matter of going. It's not a matter of going even to the next thing. Ama uone kama hujafunza mahali ulikuwa unataka kufika.
Yes.
Hapo umefika. Mimi nimeelewa na wale wengine wanaona tumeelewa na mimi nimefurahi. It might be tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you.
Madam,
so maybe thank you so much, Boniface. I'm humbled. Musheru? Yes.
Musheru, you can unmute, please.
Okay, my point is, I think a chalkboard is important because for some learners, there are those learners, they may be visually impaired, but they still can see. So maybe for those who can see, we can use either larger diagrams, larger letters and figures, such things. But for those who cannot see at all, then that one maybe it beats logic. But those ones who can see, at least two things. I
agree with you, Musheru. Thank you so much. The chalkboard is still important because there are those who can see and others cannot see. So maybe the chalkboard is important, but not to be used all the time. When you have work on the chalkboard, you should also have braille work and others in large print. I'm sorry, this is not a visual impairment class. It's a general class. James Locale?
Locale, unmute, please.
Locale?
Unmute.
Yes, habari ya Madam John leo.
Sorry.
Ningependa urudie ile swali mtu alisema tofauti kati ya objective na aspect. Hebu rudia hapo hiyo.
Okay.
The difference.
Who is willing to answer the aspects and objectives? Okay, maybe because of time, objectives is actually to do with why, isn't it? And aspects is how it looks like. Aspects, and just when you are doing something, why are you doing it? What do you hope to achieve? When you are using that resource, what do you want to achieve? Okay, let's have Jacqueline Atieno and Tracy Agesa.
Jacqueline, unmute.
I'm sorry, I forgot to lower my hand. Sorry for that.
Okay, Tracy Agesa.
Okay, mimi nataka tu kusema mwalimu asante. Leo wewe ni mwalimu bora na wala si bora mwalimu. Asante.
I'm humbled with that. Thank you. Okay, maybe I can ask DSNE 01111 Lucy to pray, to say the last word and pray.
Lucy.
Thank you, Madam Mercy. Thank you for your lesson. I only wanted to ask about the class attendance for Group C. Kindly, our leaders in Class C do something, because some of us are going to be blamed for not attending classes, and we've never failed to attend any class. So let's pray.
Before you pray, Lucy. Before you pray, Lucy, Anyira want to say something. Anyira?
Okay.
Madam Mercy.
Anyira, Fred.
Madam
Yes.
Mercy.
Yes.
Before Anyira speaks.
Yes.
Usisahau Madam Jane Nzuve is also around. So
okay, thank you. Maybe you can give to Madam Jane Nzuve first.
Okay. Let me.
Jane Nzuve.
Madam Jane, please unmute.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening, Madam.
I'm very happy as whatever. The class was wonderful. Pasco and the rest, I know you have enjoyed the lesson. And I know today there are no complaints. Si ni ukweli?
There is none, madam.
There is none. So keep it up. I hope we will continue from tomorrow, from where she has reached. And I hope everybody is attending class. Today I've seen around 315, 16, yes, somewhere there. So the class reps, please make sure that you check those people who are not attending classes, because there are some consequences for that. And we don't want anybody to be denied chances of sitting for the next exam. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being cooperative, and may God bless you. Good night.
Oh, welcome so much. Maybe Madam Jane,
yes,
those who wrote abusive messages should now write positive messages to you.
I can see them. I can read. I can see them.
To water down what they wrote yesterday. But not to worry, they are forgiven. They are forgiven in Christ Jesus.
I have seen very good messages. Thank you.
Okay, Tracy. Thank you, Madam Jane. God bless.
Okay.
Tracy? Tracy's hand is up.
Tracy, unmute.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to lower it. Sorry.
Okay, Anira.
Anira, unmute.
Okay, madam. I just one question. Concerning what you have covered, like question was effect and coordination. What are some of the effects there?
Effects of what? Effects of what?
Of a learner's poor high-hand coordination by performing the task of copying notes.
You are asking the effects? You are asking the effects?
Yeah.
Of? No, when the learner does not, I want to rephrase your question, like you're saying when the learner does not have high-hand coordination. Is that what you are saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, what are some of the effects? The first one, copy notes.
Oh, yes. You know, the learner will not be able to copy notes, of course. So they'll have poor handwriting. Secondly, apart from poor handwriting, they'll also have low self-esteem. Mainly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And also maybe they'll not be able to draw. Yeah.
Yes.
I can have some echoes. I don't know what is happening.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Lucy. There's Lucky.
Oh, thank you.
Lucky,
yes. Thanks, dear.
Okay, habari zenu.
Nzuri sana.
Mimi niko na kitu kimoja madam ningependa kuongea. Wakati wote tunafaa kwanza kwa maombi kama tujaanza class. Alafu pia kufunga tunafaa kufunga kwa maombi. Na pia tunafaa kujua kwamba kuna Waislamu hapa ndani na tuko na Wakristo. So all wote wanafaa kupewa equal opportunity.
Yes, I respect that. I'm sorry.
Mkifungua kama na Muislamu amefungua kwa maombi, at the end kama ni Mkristo afunge, so that at least
maybe we retract.
na dini moja.
Yeah, Lucky, you are the one to pray. After Marion speaks. Marion,
unmute. Marion, unmute, please.
Okay, Madam, thank you. My question now goes to the last statement that you said. We have some learners who have the bad handwriting, but they are good at artwork, drawing. So does that mean they don't have the eye-hand coordination?
They have, yes, maybe they need to be taken for assessment so that we answer properly. But then at the same time, eye-hand coordination does not only, you know, the issue of drawing is different, actually totally different from handwriting. It is, the other one is another art and this other one is a different art. If you study further, you'll realize that handwriting has got nothing to do with the this handwriting has got nothing to do with drawing and vice versa. Thank you. Vilanda Munyazi. Vilanda. Okay. It's like we lost Vilanda. So let us close the meeting. Marion, yes. Okay. Marion, your hand is still up. Anira. So Pascal.
Yes, madam.
Kindly let's give Lucky to pray to close the meeting.
Yeah.
I hope Lucy will.
Yeah.
I hope Lucy will understand, because a Muslim needs to close the meeting.
Even as Lucky is praying, class be reminded we are having our regular revisions from 9 to 10. So remember to log in.
Oh, that's great. Paul Lampetsa. Paul Lampetsa wants to say something?
Maybe let him speak the last one, then Lucky to pray, yeah?
Yes.
Paul unmute.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Yes.
I'm just looking at a scenario whereby one can be asked a question to mention the main categories or classifications of general educational resources. How can it be handled?
Yes, I think that is our next topic, general educational resources. Yes, we talked the general educational resources. We've just started. I've talked to you about the chalkboard. It's what we have just covered, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. So you approach it, but make sure everything is applied. You should be able to apply. I've told you this evening. You should be able to answer in such a way. You'll be able to apply. This is not like a particular answer situation. It's your ability to apply and argue out your points. Thank you. All right. Anira is still okay. Yeah, Lucky to pray. Otherwise, this has been a nice evening. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Be blessed, everyone. Anira, not Lucky.
Okay.
Lucky to pray.
Let's pray.
Yes.
Okay, tuombe.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Warahmani Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amen.
Amen. Okay. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Be blessed.
Yeah. Good night.
Likewise.
Pascal, you are a great man. Be blessed. Be blessed. Thank you. We do the same tomorrow.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mama.
Dear Teddy.
Pascal, please end the meeting.
Thank you.
Dear Teddy, Nawada.